Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. What up, everybody? Happy Saturday night. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. I'm your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders Undercover Capes. And today, we have an amazing guest, an amazing creator. My man got a twisted mind. He has created the future Christmas classic that's going to fuck up kids for generations, I tell you. But it's a blast. I loved it. Who am I speaking about? It is the writer, creator of Periwinkle, where we find out what makes a good go bad. The one and only Scott Wilke. What's going on, kiddo? How you doing?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me. Thanks for that intro. Damn.
Yeah, but you're the big boss, bro. You have a future Christmas classic right here, man. It's gonna fuck up kids' minds, like I said, on some real shit. I mean, homie don't play around. I caught some glimpses and images, and I was like, bro, my man got a twisted mind. I'm digging it.
I love it. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I'm digging the Christmas spirit already, bro. You're in the spirit of the Periwinkle.
I got the elf hat on. I'm prepared for this.
He is periwinkled, folks. I can't wait. So before we get into learning how the hell Periwinkle came about and this whole old crazy mad story you have, let's talk about you. Where you from, where you were raised, and how did you even get into the madness of comic pop culture?
Awesome. Yeah, I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. So we don't get many white Christmases down here anymore, ever. I was born and raised though in Wisconsin, so that's where my love for Christmas was birthed. I've lived in Missouri. That's where I went to college. So yeah, I've been all over the United States.
And what did you take in college? You don't mind me asking.
I majored in English writing, and then I also did film school. So
you always had the intent to kind of get into the creative space.
Exactly. Yeah. I always joke that, when my mom was tucking me into bed as a kid, I was the one telling her stories. So yeah, I've always had the affinity for it. Yeah.
Hey, mama, you're telling it wrong. Why don't you lay down and give me a minute?
Right.
All right. And how did you get enamored with the culture? Like, what was the first taste of it that got you saying, oh, man, I want this to be a part of my life?
I've always been a big movie buff, so I honestly can't tell you which movie sparked it, but I was watching movies as soon as I could. Had a huge VHS collection as a kid. Comics
VHS,
wise,
what's that? No,
yeah, right. But yeah, comics wise, my mom, she bought me like my first one from a grocery store.
Mom's rock. There you go. I always that's what I really wanted to kind of pinpoint. Who was that person? Because I swear for 99.9% it has always been Mama Dukes that have put the first comic into, the kid's hand. So crazy.
100%. And she's the most encouraging woman in my life, outside of my wife, of course. But early on, my mom was the one that was encouraging me at every story I would tell. She's like, you're the best writer I've ever seen. You need to keep going. So shout out to my mom. I probably would have quit a long time ago.
To Mama W. Awesome.
Exactly.
That's great. So what was your first dip into creating something of your own, and how did that feel for you to even, take those steps?
For sure. Like I've said, I've written since I could. I was my first writing machine was those old Brother word processors. Where you
word processor.
Yeah,
folks, it's before computers, kids. All right.
Exactly. Yeah. So it takes like 3 hours to print a page. So you really had to be committed to your story at that point. But yeah, I was writing short stories. I've written in every type of medium available. I've written radio plays. I've written short stories. I've written screenplays, commercials, all kinds of stuff in film school. So I've dabbled in everything. I just never had success with anything. I have a ton of books that I tried to get to publishers, a desk drawer full of rejection letters, a desk drawer full of rejection letters from Science Fiction magazine. So yeah, I just kept plodding away at it.
Really, Science Fiction magazine? I met the publisher at a MegaCon just a couple months ago. Yeah,
really?
And we were chit-chatting, and I approached his table, and this guy, I said, "Yo, explain to me what you guys do, like real quick, bro." He had the elevator pitch done in 1 minute. After him, I went to every other creator to try to do the same. No one pitched it like he did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, he had his pitch game on the. I mean, you really gotta
You
have the
have
pitch
to.
game on.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that
have you done conventions yet?
I haven't sold any of my works yet, no, but do frequent them. So that's hopefully once
Okay, because you
Periwinkle's done. Yeah.
practice that elevator pitch. As
It's
soon
an
as
art
somebody goes
form,
there,
dude.
what's Periwinkle? Yo, you got to get it done in those 30 seconds. Pop, 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 pop. Oh,
In this day and age, yeah, you got like 30 seconds with TikTok on people's mind. I mean, people want it fast and they need it delivered that way. So yeah, I need to. It's an art form that I definitely need to work on.
I
So
think we all do, man. I got to get
yeah.
better. Mega don't take and talk yet, but when I do, bro, I'm going to be talking and taking like a motherfucker. I'll tell you that much, bro. It's going to be a wrap.
Dude, I'm such a boomer. I can't figure it out. I try, but
I dip. I need somebody. Give me the basic, and I'll run with it. You know what I mean? Again,
yeah,
because you're a creator, so I need to see you on everything, selling the awesomeness of the crazy book you created in Periwinkle. I need to start digging into who this motherfucker is, because he gangster.
I
Where
appreciate
the
that.
where did you get even inspired to start creating this? Oh, is this something you've had in the back of your head since the days of Mama? Is it what you were putting Mama to sleep back in the day with?
This one wasn't one of them, no. But I've always loved horror stories. I'm a big Richard Matheson fan. He got me
Ooh,
into the genre. I loved all his work. So I've always written horror stories, horror short stories rather.
okay.
So I love that genre. I'm also a very big Christmas buff, as evident. We decorated like 2 weeks ago. We just love
Oh wow,
Christmas.
you couldn't wait, huh?
We couldn't wait. No, never could. I loved it. I loved it as a kid. I love it as an adult. I'm also a huge fan of revenge stories. I like
Ooh,
to. It's kind of my MO. That's what I like to write. That's what I like to view. So yeah, I I wanted to write a Christmas story forever. I just didn't know my angle. So then
okay.
it just kind of sat. I mean, there's a bunch of origin stories for Santa at this point with Claus and all that.
Oh yeah,
So
man. Boone really knocked it out the park with that
for
stuff though.
sure.
That one definitely was a very different look. And I was like, oh wow, you could really look at Santa as really cool. Not just some murderous freak like the old school 80s horror movies had him like Saturday Night Deli Night.
Exact exactly, yeah. So, the other big players with, um, outside of Santa are the elves. So I was like, "Okay." I mean, you don't really see many of those besides Elf with Will Ferrell, but that's not a murderous rampage.
I
Um
mean, although it makes you want to go on one.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it was just kind of, I don't know, serendipity, fate, whatever. All of it just kind of came together in my brain one day, and I was like, that would be cool. And like watching like the prequels, Star Wars prequels with Yoda jumping around like a madman. I'm like, it'd be really cool to see like a little guy just going, fighting his way through these, normal sized people. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's come it up. And then my mom, she's from Austria, so as a kid, she would tell me stories about Krampus and how he shows
Oh,
up at the
oh
kids'
wow, she was
houses.
terrorizing you with those tales as a kid then.
Exactly, yeah. So
That's a cool
had
mom.
nightmares of that guy. So I was like, he's a perfect villain. I mean, how he's horned, he's evil, he takes kids with him. I'm like, there you go. So I had my villain, I had my protagonist, and then I just needed a story around it, and here we come, Periwinkle.
And how did you start building the team? When you started pitching the idea, how did you get these people on board to work with you? How did you connect? What platforms did you use? Because again, as an independent creator, these are things that they want to know because you have a gorgeous book, which I'll be showing a cool little presentation in a sec. But let's talk about
Thank
the
you.
team building effort.
Yeah, I've been, friends with Mike Teener. He's the owner operator of Bad Bug Media. I've known him since 2014. That's when I ran my first comic book, Legend of Everett Forge, on Kickstarter. It failed miserably, but he was running his comic Dragonfly at the same time. His was successful, so I reached out to him at that point just to see, like, get some pointers. Then we sparked up a friendship. So then he ended up making Bad Bug, and we did Undercity Tales together. I wrote that one for him, and as we were doing that one, he brought up Bad Bug, how he wants to start his own brand. He's like, "Do you got any ideas for it?" And I brought up, this kind of little, a story about an elf that goes on a murderous rampage. He's like,
Uh,
"Dude, call me."
oh,
So I,
I love it.
yeah, yeah. So I called him. We talked about it. He's like, "You need to make this happen." That was back in 2019. 2020 happened. I wasn't doing much writing at all. That was just such a cluster F of a year.
Why? But I mean, was it because how the year was? Did you get inside your head as a creator? I mean, what happened?
I did. Yeah, I work at a cancer hospital, so
Oh, God bless
yeah,
you, brother, with
yeah.
that type of work.
I appreciate that. Yeah, so all that going on, and the fear of that, just I wasn't in the mindset to do it. And I had just come off finishing Legend of Everett Forge, issue 3, which also was a cluster F of an issue. We had ran into a lot of delays.
Oh,
Ended up taking about a year to finally fulfill. So I could
wow.
feel that my audience wasn't too happy with me. So I was just like, I'm gonna give a little break between writing. But yeah, during 2020, 2019 through 2021, Mike's been on me every month,
Beautiful.
asking me like, hey, where are we at with Periwinkle? So, but yeah, that's how I got hooked up with him, and that's how Periwinkle finally came to be.
Isn't it good to have that one person that's going to be constantly in your ears? Like, come on, kid, you
Oh
got
yeah.
this. Let's go. Let's go.
Exactly. Somebody that's not family too, because my wife's encouraging me, my mom's encouraging me, like all the family are, but like to have
Yeah,
somebody
and you
outside.
know that's phony. They just said, "Yes, you can."
Yeah,
Just being that person. I mean, we love you, family, and we appreciate
for
that. But sometimes
sure.
we need that outside person to tell you, hey, kid, I like what you're doing. You're like,
Exactly. Yeah.
it's like validation.
100%.
Not that family doesn't give us validation, but it's an extra oomph to it. you
Yeah,
know,
it was yeah. No, I
that's all it
totally
is.
no, I
So
completely agree.
let's take a look at this gorgeous book by the big homie right here, right? Because like Periwinkle, let's start showing hide that. And look at that. Look at that.
Isn't
Look
that
at that
gorgeous?
coloring. Who's doing the coloring, and the artwork?
It's Arturo Mesa. He is doing the drawing and the art. So
Nice.
I always compare it to what it probably felt like to maybe run into Steven Spielberg in film school because this guy, the fact I got him in his early years is just a stroke of luck because this dude's he's gonna be huge one day.
I agree, because folks, I mean, just look at the pages. I mean, look at
Isn't
that.
it amazing? Look at the detail and look at like a
Yes,
little just hidden Easter eggs and stuff. I know it's a Christmas book, but there are Easter eggs in here. But yeah, he just does the coolest little stuff.
he
Uh,
does. He
yeah,
does. And homie loves to drink right here. he
he
loves
he
he,
does. Yeah, he's having a rough night. He's about to have an even rougher night. Yeah.
Poor guy. Oh shit! And talking about the beginning of a bad night. So this is the big homie right here, if you will.
Yeah, that's Mr. Periwinkle, the ghost of Christmas past. Love that shot right there with the silhouette. We
Yeah,
really wanted to like
yeah.
lean into that horror aspect. So
And you see, I mean, you're saying that he's short, so here you would think, but if you really look at it, he's only 3.5 logs tall.
yeah, exactly. Yep, yep.
Like, you really look at it from that perspective, you're like, wait a minute, homie's really short.
Exactly.
And look at this, though. I mean, I like how the panels break up here. Who's doing your lettering?
That's Dave Lentz.
Well, great job. Well, to the
Yeah,
letterer,
he's
man.
extremely talented. Yeah, he did the design, the logo, and everything. Very talented guy.
Very great placement of the bubbles. You know what I mean? Because I was speaking to Janice Chang, and he
Yeah,
was talking about bubble placement, word placement, how key and important that is. And yeah, homie got it, yo.
yeah.
Because I've seen some efforts that have just been horrendous where they put the words. It's just, come on, guys.
Yeah, I told him because we worked on Dead and Moon together, which is also from Bad Bug, and he was showing me the pages and just he shows me the flow with like a line he draws, and then I'm like, dude, your art form is like so underappreciated
Yeah,
because
it's
the
true.
amount of work he put into each page and figuring out the correct flow and not to cover up art. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's just a good lettering you won't even notice, and that's the saddest part.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and I see a lot of letterers, not a lot, but I see some be very vocal. It's like, damn, yo, y'all never shout us out. Like, without us, you can't read shit.
Yeah, there's just pictures at that point, yeah.
you know?
But yeah, he's doing a killer
Oh
job
man.
of
And the
it.
way he emotes right here, that's the true test of an artist for me. You see the different variations of the
Yeah,
face. You feel me? And
exactly.
then here, there, but at least he's even bigger than him.
Yeah, so you
right?
got to know he's like probably 2 feet at that point. Yeah, that's
Oh,
his, and that's even his brother too. So we get super Shakespearean in this thing.
that's his bro. His blood is like,
That's
bro.
his kin, man. Yeah,
Man.
and if you look at that third panel there, that's that was Arturo's touch because with that glowing red eye, and if you look at Periwinkle, he's got the
Yeah.
blue. Just like when they're really strongly emoting, the color will come through their eye. So Arturo is just elevating all of my ideas to like levels I never even thought imaginable. So
And
we
wonderful. Very Friday the 13th right here.
exactly, yeah, yeah. That's the only time we won't show you a beheading. So don't think that we're gonna try to like PG this up. You will see beheadings for
All
sure.
right, good. So it's a gore-filled book from the sick mind. Oh.
It's very gory. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, and talk about this. What's this? And what's the significance here?
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah,
That's
it is, though. I love the gate. A big old snowflake, by the way it look. I mean, like a golden.
oh,
Like, yo, this you like. You're in some place special here.
yeah, and covered in blood, not to mention too.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the excuse me, that's the North Pole. So
Okay.
again, I had given Arturo very, I said I wanted the North Pole to be built on a hill with the workshop at the top. So the guy goes and freaking designs a hill that's reminiscent of like a Christmas tree. And then to top it all off, he finds German aesthetic designs that mimic the shape of a star. And that's how he makes the
Now,
workshop.
oh, gotcha. Wow. And
It-
where he from again?
I don't know exactly. I should know that by now, but yeah, I'm not sure where he hails from. But the dude's, yeah,
Wow.
he's next level, and so you can imagine what that looks like lit, and I
Yeah,
wanted that to
absolutely.
be conveyed that it's kind of Vegas, when the COVID hit and Vegas had the lights off. I
Mm.
wanted that eeriness, so that's really what we've
You
achieved
got not
here.
even the moon has any shine in this mother.
Exactly, yeah. It's just you can, and it kind of creates that isolation that Periwinkle feels as well. I love these too, these panels.
Yeah, and great again. I love how he works the pages are worked here. How you guys
Yeah.
work them. It's just great, great, great. And Merry Christmas, my ass.
Right? Yeah, you could tell where
Something
when
happened.
the coup happened. But yeah, that second panel was one of the first images I had in my head. I wanted the desolation and that emptiness, and how long
It's
it's
like a
been with
Mad
the
Max type of joint right here.
yeah, exactly, with the spider webs growing. So he's all alone. The magnitude of the North Pole in comparison to his size, it's chef's kiss the way Arturo laid this out.
And this is the workshop, I'm supposing.
The workshop, yeah, and again, mentioning those Easter eggs, like you just scroll through those workbenches there, you're gonna see like Optimus Prime, you got Baymax, you got Batman sitting there. That's the kind of stuff that is gonna be injected in. Like, we really want that rereadability, so I think by inserting these little things here and there really accomplishes that.
Oh, definitely. Each time you're gonna find something new.
100%. Yeah, I'm still finding some. I've been,
Now I
religiously
see
looking these
Optimus. You
over.
telling me Optimus? Where is there you go. I
Yeah,
see. Nice. So cool.
isn't that cool?
Oh, that's the hit list right there.
Isn't that I wanted an iconic image, something that like was reminiscent of like Walking Dead issue 1 with the road going into town, road coming out, how there's no
But
traffic going that way. I wanted something similar to that, something really iconic for the book. And the nice Nautilus came into my head on a chalkboard. And again, those 4 names that he crossed out, those were the elves involved in the coup that worked with
okay.
Belsnickel.
So
Yeah.
those were the traitorous mother effers.
Exactly. So
Ah,
by
that's
the time we
foul.
pick up, he's already gotten 4 of them. So we're gonna pick up with the third, and then we're gonna get into the
Okay,
real meat and
cool. Are we
potatoes.
gonna get any back history on how he murked the others outside of the one that we see in the beginning?
I have a ton of prequel and sequel material that I want to get into.
Oh, great.
So yeah, definitely there's a lot of lore that I want to explore with this, and a lot of lore that I wasn't even familiar with until I started digging into lore, in European Christmas culture. The characters that exist there beyond Saint Nicholas, it's just so much. It's a deep well that I can,
Really? Oh,
yeah, for sure.
I didn't even know that. So it's
Yeah.
just it's a whole universe, if you will. Then.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
Oh,
that's why I got a
cool.
lot to pull from. So hopefully this book, really
So
pops.
these elves are the actual elves and everything. Names. What you say?
That I took a liberty with. I
You
was
had
trying
some
to find
fun.
like kind of cute names. I couldn't find. I wanted to have like a theme, so to speak. So the
Belsnickel, it ain't no cutesy name. That sounds like some a weirdo. Belsnickel.
Belsnickel, I thankfully didn't have to make. He's actually an actual character. Yeah,
Oh,
depending on where
okay,
you're
bet.
from in Europe, Belsnickel and Krampus are actually pretty much
Yeah, Krampus for
interchangeable.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, where they interchangeable? Okay.
yeah. Depending, and I think like certain parts of what is it, Pennsylvania? I don't know if you've ever watched The Office, but Dwight Schrute dresses up as Belsnickel in one of the
Oh my
episodes.
god.
Because it's big in the Pennsylvania Dutch community. But yeah,
All
they're
right.
interchangeable characters over in Europe. But yeah,
Awesome. Love it. I love it, yo. This looks great, and that's just a hint of what's coming next. And that's where you go, folks, right there. And you guys want to see the page? Do we want to see the page? Right? Let's go take a look
let's
real
see
quick.
it.
Yeah. Oh, do you have a video?
Yeah, you should check out that video. That was
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to
amazing.
stop it for a minute so that way I could actually add
Yeah.
audio. StreamYard, if you could just have me be able to share audio like instantly, that would be like the greatest thing ever, right? Don't you think?
Right.
Don't let me have to step in and out. Just be
Right.
a button, share audio now. Let's take a look, folks. Actually, let me make it. Can I make a big screen?
After centuries of Christmas, we would join forces with Krampus to take control of the North Pole. Those who died that day would not come back to hunt us. It would be the one we left alive.
Every year for the past 3 seasons, we've taken Joey on a tour of the toy sections of all the department stores.
Oh, well, now, ain't that nice?
Is this part of your game?
No, I don't know nothing about that. Did you do that? What did they do? What are you up to now, young man?
Just a little game that Joey played on us, Mrs. McNulty, a game that sort of backfired.
Oh, gee. And I thought I had it planned so good.
You did, Joey. You just made one mistake.
Only what? What?
Those notes were all in your own handwriting. The same handwriting you used in your notebook.
What do you know?
Now, there may be some of you who haven't yet completed your Christmas shopping.
Ah, good. I was worried you would forget about me. I was afraid I'd have to use this. Come. Sorry I'm late. I'm ready.
Dude, I dug the shit out of the animation. Now I want this as a cartoon, yo.
All right.
Right
Yeah.
there, Blind Adam, like this looks awesome sauce.
Awesome. Yeah, Jared killed it with that. And the funny thing is Jared didn't even have the script when he was making that.
Stop fucking around.
No, he didn't. And then he just had the those first 5 pages without dialogue
Really?
on them. And so I'm glad that the art spoke enough to what was going on that he could get what he got out of that. But yeah, he killed it with that. So definitely hit him up for videos because that dude's super talented. He did one for Dead End Moon too.
Really?
And his name is Wrath, which is also another video on our Kickstarter. Because you can get His Name is Wrath, which is a brand new IP from Bad Bug on the Periwinkle
I know
Kickstarter.
Bad Bug keeps coming up with stuff, man. They're busy. I want to have the whole team on because I am definitely
Dude, that'd be
curious
awesome.
to share what they got going because you guys are doing really good stuff. Again, indie, that's what
That's
we're
awesome.
about, right?
Heck
So
yeah,
let's take a look at it. So is this the main cover?
Yeah, we haven't dabbled in variants yet just because I
Okay.
loved that cover so much. But we do have a hardcover edition. But that cover was again, Arturo's just
Oh.
he designed it to look like a Christmas tree. So from a distance, you might be like, oh,
Yeah.
what's this about? But yeah, again, just gorgeous cover.
Evil
Gorgeous.
looking mothers too.
Exactly, yeah. And that plays in later. You'll find that the elves that left to be on Krampus's side, being away from the North Pole and being away from Santa, it taints their soul, and then it goes ahead and it makes their physical appearance tainted as well. So
Gotcha.
yeah, so you're gonna get some really nasty looking elves in this comic.
So he's Krampus, right?
Yep.
Is this the next guy though?
Yeah, that's Belsnickel. Yep.
Well, damn, he big.
Yeah, he's a bruiser for sure. He's a legendary hunter too, and if you look at concept art from him, which is just superb, he actually some of the furs he's wearing are the reindeer that he killed. Santa's reindeer.
Damn, he's brutal.
Yeah,
Does he fly with him though?
No fly. Yeah, with Santa dead, the magic's gone with the reindeer, so they don't fly. But yeah, if you zoom in on Belsnickel at all, you can see the hooves hanging from his fur. It's just insane, those choices. Yeah, and then I told Arturo I wanted him to have a whip because that's how the legend goes, and he elevated it again with a bone whip. So his whip's made out of like pieces of spinal cord. So just brutal as hell, man.
I love it. There goes the height comparison. So Shorty got some big boys to try to knock out the house.
Hell yeah, yep. So yeah, Krampus, he's nearing like 7 feet with those horns. So
this looks so great. And look at this. So the pledges on the sides, you got tip jars and all, but 80 pages. Ooh, great number, 80. That's amazing. Yeah. $15, fantastic. And wait a minute, and you get also another book. His name is Wrath on top of it.
Yeah, for $30, you get physical copies of His Name is Wrath and Periwinkle. I mean, it's just.
And for $30, you get fizzies too. Oh, nice. And digis, awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a deal, and to get the physical and the PDF, all of that for $30. I mean, it's just you can't beat that price.
Yeah, I mean, that's the preview I showed you guys. I mean, they looked amazing. You can see, we can't wait. There goes Bad Bug. There goes the other title he's talking about. His name is Wrath.
Yeah, this one's insane. It's funny because at the time I was looking to do a mech story. I was just chatting with Mike, and he's like, "Hey, so this is the one I'm making, and his is about a mech versus the legions of hell."
Oh shit! Okay.
So I'm like, all right, I'm done. Like I can't top that shit. So yeah, he took, and I've been fortunate enough to read the script on it. I've seen the initial art. It's a blast. Just action packed. So yeah, definitely pick that tier up if you can.
Anything right there. Post-apocalyptic stories like Mad Max, Conan, and Heavy Metal. I'm a huge fan of just the first two. So it's like, all right, you already baited me.
Yeah.
You already got me.
A ton to explore in that world, so there's a lot more to come in for that. But yeah.
Oh man, so the physical copy, look at that bad boy. 80 pages of Yuletide mayhem, folks.
And we definitely want to expand that. So hopefully we can hit some stretch goals because I'd love to expand on the story.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
That was my one request from Mike when we started. I'm like, there's got to be a hardcover edition of this thing. So we really made that a priority. It's a limited edition too, so definitely want to get it.
Limited to how many? Do you have the number?
I think we have it at 100 or 150 or something like that.
Really fire, bro. I love it. Yeah,
and Dave Lentz created the logo. I told him I wanted something Tim Burton-esque because I'm a big Christmas Nightmare Before Christmas fan, and he totally delivered on that with that gold foil on that background. That looks just hot.
Sexy, and this great deal for the shops too to pick up your book.
The retail, yeah, exactly. Yep,
that's a great deal. Again, 80 pages, you make that bank back, no problem.
100%, yeah.
And look at this. Oh man, for 100, you get all one copy of physical books, all from the Bad Bug universe.
It's insane how he's doing this. Yeah, because he's got such a library. Yeah, if you need to get caught up, that's the tier to hit. Because and Pocus Hocus, like for instance, that one they're going for 3 already. I've written Dead End Moon 2, Undercity Tales. We're talking about getting into number 2. Black Jackets. He's working on 4. I mean, it's not like these are done. These issues are going to continue. So get in early on them for sure.
Wonderful. You got the stocking stuffer. Be drawn in the book.
Yeah, that's my
Look at that.
favorite.
Hell yeah. But I
And
mean,
we
how
have-
are we gonna get drawn in the book? Are we gonna be a crowd or a victim?
And that's the great thing is you get to choose. We have options because there's
Oh,
kids.
you have options. Do you want to
yeah,
get murdered or do you just want to be cutie in the background or some shit?
yeah, because we have the kids that get kidnapped by Krampus, the naughty kids. So if you have a kid you want to punish in your life, here's a good chance. We
Oh
have
man,
the...
right. This is why I didn't give you any presents this year. You look at you.
yeah,
The naughty book.
exactly. We have the good elves. There's elves who didn't go with Krampus and bad elves. So if you want to draw somebody you love as a nasty looking elf, we got options for you. So you can
And what
decide
is
at the end.
this? Santa's sleigh.
That's my favorite. We actually have a replica. I have one by my side here. It's
Stop
been
lying.
dubbed the
You mean a
Santa,
replica.
the Santa Slayer. Yeah, I built a wood
Can you show it?
replica.
You got-
Yeah,
Hold on. Let me get you.
it's
Oh,
it's big, but yeah,
oh,
so you
snap.
you can get your own edition of the it's been dubbed the Slayer because it's built from the handle is the North Pole, the literal North Pole, and the blade is the broken piece of the runner from
Gotcha.
Santa's sleigh. So
Okay.
yeah, so I think we probably only have like one left of that. They're going. I was happy to see that they're being sold, but
But
yeah.
people love that type of physical collectible. That's a sweet
Yeah.
collectible, man.
And to be able to be drawn into the book along with that at a $400, I mean that's
Hell
a really
yeah.
good price. So
And
yeah,
there
that's
it goes.
the
Look at
picture.
it.
Yep.
Imagine Merry Christmas, y'all. Oh shit.
And that yeah, you could hang that above your fireplace. It's a real
yeah.
a showcase piece.
That's great for when you have a daughter and the boyfriend comes over for Christmas for the first time. Sitting right in front of this bad boy.
Give them a message for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And they purposely sitting right in front of it. Like, what is that? Yeah. Think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give you a gift, all right.
Right. The greeting cards are fun.
That's cool. The Merry Krampus knot.
Yeah, that's the German Krampus night. Yeah. We didn't want to do prints.
Oh, that is
think
so
they're
far. I just know
overdone. Yeah, isn't the ornament in his mouth? Isn't that awesome? That one's done by Ed Bickford. But yeah, we had said early on, we're like, we don't want to do prints. I think people are getting tired of prints. So we wanted to give them a different option. And so we thought greeting cards would be fun. Prancer's actually the last reindeer alive. Belsnickel ended up killing the other 7. So she's
how did Prancer survive, and are we gonna get that story?
Yeah, we're gonna get that story. So you're gonna find out more about her tenacity, so to speak.
Are we gonna get that within this volume or like?
Oh, you're gonna see. Yeah, Prancer's gonna go on a real run of Rampage.
Right.
So you're gonna see. I mean, those images you see there are pretty reminiscent of what you're gonna see in the book.
Shit. So Prancer gets all berserk like Wolverine.
Hell yeah. And so she's kind of like the loyal steed to Periwinkle. So you'll see him riding her and stuff like that. But yeah, Summer was kind enough to do 2 pieces for that. A little less gory and a little more gory.
Those are fire.
Those are my favorite. By Terry Mark David. I wanted to like capture that old school Krampus postcard vibe. So he did those pieces for us, and they look great. And they're postcards, and they come in a pack, so you can send those to people you love or hate, or you can save them as print because they're going to be print quality.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
and
the
some
options are yours.
Awesome.
Yep.
And the bad boy continues. So stretch goals. Periwinkle bingo.
Yeah, that was Mike and Alice Teener's idea. I love it. It's because again, with all those hidden gems, just what we've seen in the pages created so far, go back like, oh, I think I saw a Batman toy. So you go back and you put a spot on the Batman toy. But yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. That's interactive. See, that's unique that I've not heard. So very good on you. This one is gonna make it, kids. I mean, let's talk about that. Where we at? Let's go to the top. Wepa. Oh man, congrats! This bad boy is already like funded by over 1,000. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, we knew it would either be a success or an effing bomb. So the fact that we're funded, we're happy with.
Bro,
but
with 20 days to go, you're 1,100 over already. Like on the money, 1,100.
Yeah, exactly.
And why that number 80008? That's also a unique number.
Yeah, I think you've interviewed Alan Dunford on here, so if you met the guy, you can assume what he thought of with
I see it.
8008. Yeah,
I remember
yeah,
the old texting days on the beepers.
yeah. So that was all his idea.
Alan,
But
you sick one.
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
funny. Good shit though. You see, but
exactly.
with that, I guess it caught also people's attention, and they catch the humor. They see how fun the project is. You
Yeah,
know, it's funded, and I can't wait to see more of it and how many more tiers they're gonna make, bro. Folks, the
yeah,
link's right there. Like 20 days to go, but you know, let's get more happen. Let's get more popping off.
yeah. We have a lot of stretch goals in mind, so if we can keep hitting it, that'd be great.
And basically, right now, this is what to fund the printing, shipping, and all. Is the book ready, or what's going on?
Book's not ready, but Arturo's he's hammering out the pages. The dude's
Okay,
lightning fast, so this book's gonna be done in no time. Yeah, it's to fund the art and lettering and all that.
wonderful.
You know, hopefully, the more we get, obviously, it can take some of the kid out of the printing and all that jazz. But yeah,
Excellent.
so
Beautiful. I love
yeah.
it. I love it, kiddo. So, any advice you want to give any future creators that are on the same particular journey as you are? You know, because look at you. You said you've had some rough patches in the journey, but now look at you now with a funded book that everybody's digging. You have great energy going with it and flowing with it, which is good to see. So, talk about something maybe you've learned you want to share.
I think the biggest thing, honestly, is just surround yourself with people who you trust and trust you, and don't give up. Because I was about to give up after my first Kickstarter that bombed. I think I got like $600 on a $6,000 goal. So I was just like, okay, I wrote something that people think is trash. But talking to Mike, talking to people, Lee Giles, who actually About Time Comics is the one that published Legend of Everett Forge. They're like, hey, you got something here, like keep going at it. So surround yourself with people who are, outside of family. A family, of course, is crucial, but find yourself people outside of that who want to support you, and just don't give up, even if you think what you are doing isn't great. You're probably wrong. It is great, it's just not reaching the right audience. So just keep at it, guys, because it's possible.
Ain't that the truth, kiddo? Wise words. So, I like to give people their flowers. Just want to say thank you for, you putting yourself out there. You see, you've been through the rough patch, but you busted on through. You kept going, and look at you now. So thank you. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for sharing of yourself and your story. You got a kick-ass project here, so I wish you nothing but
thank you,
success,
man.
Bro. You got this, kiddo, and I can't wait to see what other sick stuff you come up with. And because of that animation, I need to now see this in a cartoon. That one animation looked better than that recent Night of the Living Dead animated. That looked bad. I'm like, yo, this was like a million times like. I want the Periwinkle now to go inside that movie and chop all those motherfuckers up and show them how it's done. All right,
that's awesome.
Let's do it.
I'll let him know. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, he killed it. He killed it with that.
Awesome. All right, brother Scott. Let me again thank you for your time tonight. I definitely appreciate it. Everybody that tuned in, thank you again. Please follow Scott on social right there on Twitter at Wilke_smooth, and then in the Instagram is ScottWilke24. Please support the project. Look it up. Periwinkle, dark Christmas fantasy graphic novel. Yeah, man, you're gonna love it. All right, it's a stocking stuffer. Let's get it done. Let's make it happen. All right, folks. And we have a comment. What's that? Hey, Alan Scott.
There's Alan.
There goes Alan.
808-880.
Yeah. Thank you for the boob dollars. That's stripper money, isn't it? Right? And Awesome Sauce said, if this becomes a cartoon, I still want to be one of the voices. This is Awesome Sauce.
Nice.
He wants to be a voice already. You have people that's auditioning. All right, look at this.
We'll make that happen.
All right, awesome, folks. Have a great night. Hasta la próxima, mi gente.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.com and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.